up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Jets and the Patriots, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to...
is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. How do they get a win?
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Ferguson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Right where this 7th down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To throw on 3rd down. Ferguson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it on. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 24 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get in there.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Consecutive runs at 6 yards. Gets him the 1st and 10. The Jets at 7-3 now on the year. And they've been in a great group. There's a 7 of their last 10 now in the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience displayed in that victory.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, and that is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
A 30-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won in 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On first down, Ferguson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. These two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-0. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. When you talk about this Jets defense, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
45-yard for there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
Now, you know those early holiday shoppers coming out. You know those guys get your list done because think about it, every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye.
Taking it right down Broadway. He may go. Bruce Hall. The way in. Touchdown. New York. Bruce Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. New England trying to get a place on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Ferguson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Looking to throw. Ferguson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Ferguson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Jets' 42-yard line.
Back to throw again. It's throw incomplete.
It certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right, Ray. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there. If I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Rodgers. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to find Breece Hall out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Patriots defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They've tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down. Almost back to the drawing board.
101 yards rushing for him so far this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Now 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Rodgers. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Throwing quickly to Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
It brings up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
A 33-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
A good start for him in this one here in the first quarter. He's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Ferguson. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Off-play action. Ferguson.
And that would get the off-target and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This one complete downfield on the left side. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
This defense for the Jets, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson.
Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run once more with Stevenson. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ramondre Stevenson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have got it back to within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy. Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one. Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get for you. Not one that I've ever met. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more? I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career. That's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look at that. Stevenson gets it again on second down. Well, this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Ferguson. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage we just saw break out on third down. Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, here's Agnew. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. A solid stiff arm. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 134 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half. Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. I like the confidence of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away. Rodgers there on target to Wilson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Rodgers now on first down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 21 yards away, as his guys were able to extend their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Ferguson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they in nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. New England's offense set to go. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure to him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
To throw on 2nd down, Ferguson. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Work in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. On 1st and 10, Ferguson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Off play action, Ferguson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him early to shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
He's
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. New York's offense back out there and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first down, right back to Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run with Hall. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On the counter, it's Stevenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12. And a Patriot first down.
Again, it's Stevenson. And not able to break away this time as we're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop. 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The New York set to take the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Ferguson under pressure, and they got to him again. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Brees Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And now the 1,400-yard mark eclipsed a touchdown on that last drive. He's put together such a solid season. We always talk about 1,000-yard campaigns, and 2,000 so elusive, but 1,500, that's a nice total to aim toward, too.
It really is, because when you get to that type of a number, you know those guys up front have done yeoman duty, right? And what we don't give them enough credit for is not just the initial blocks that they make. It's that second and third block. Sometimes you get the combination blocks where you're running the power game. But how about the linemen who can get their block on the line of scrimmage and climb to the second and the third level and get linebackers and defensive backs downfield to gain additional yardage?
And they have done that to perfection almost this year. Flush to his right. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. That's to the left sideline and incomplete. So back-to-back in. So that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So we've come to halftime after a very past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about it.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 182 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. That's going to wind up incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
A 55-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. Able to avoid him. And take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, it wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The New York set to take the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground. The guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers going to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He'll go underneath here to Stevenson.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Ferguson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Complete. It's Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it, but boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Pats get a bit closer. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and that's why they've been successful.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Possession back to the Patriots from Andre Stevenson, headed out with the offense.
He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ferguson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, New England.
On the handoff, Stevenson.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 45.
From the gun, it's Stevenson. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Ferguson.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum now.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll go again with Ball.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
But they really need to get something going, didn't they? They haven't punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game is starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Rodgers. And he goes down.
It's a Patriot sack. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop it. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Rodgers now to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A gain of 15 yards. Brings up 4th down.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. New England's offense set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing to start the drive. Ferguson. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all game long. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ferguson. That'll be complete to Stevenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Ferguson. And his throw here is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And his kick is good, and that gets him back within 10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall to about the 40-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers throwing quickly to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Going right back to Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Pats are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
At his own 5-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Ferguson. Hunter Henry brings it in. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6. And a Patriot first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Short pass caught by Henry. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing on 1st down, Ferguson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Ferguson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And a long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw, Ferguson. And this is going to be incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Option play, here's Hall. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Taken in left side, it's Wilson. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson from 17 yards out. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Patriots, 24.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Off the play fake, Ferguson. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. Matt Judon there to bring him down. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Give him 3 yards there on the 1st down pickup.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
Hall again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
3rd down and 6.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And check down complete to Hall. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 36-yard attempt.
So it's a win here for the Jets. We've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.
So for the